Hey guys, John Man here with Deck of the Month for May, and this Deck of the Month is Ben-Kei. Pretty much just the best way I can put it, and you'll see why. But here it is. 1 Sangan, obviously Sangan for a starter, why not? Sangan can search out of the 19 monsters you run, including himself. You can get 16 of them, so it leaves only 2 that you cannot obtain through his effect, which is searching any monster 1500 attack or less when he's sent to the graveyard. So, pretty basic, and can get you any monster otherwise you want. Next to Marauding Captain. Marauding Captain is when he's normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your hand. Other than that, while he's face up on the field, your opponent cannot select another warrior type monster you control as an attack target. So they cannot, in short, they cannot attack another warrior type as long as he's face up on the field. But if you have 2 though, your opponent cannot attack any, including any Marauding Captain that you have. So, pretty good luck, and he does actually work pretty well for the deck. And he's the only monster that has actually a different attribute in the whole deck other than the rest of them. 1 Dark Resonator, tuner that protects itself from 1 attack at least. Once returned, this card will be destroyed by battle. It is not destroyed, and damage calculation is applied normally. And he's level 3 tuner. And Dark, which actually does play a role for the deck. Next 1 Blackwing, Gale the Whirlwind. Now, you cannot use his first effect to special summon him because you're not running any other main decked Blackwings, but other than that, once per turn you can have the attack and defense of 1 monster your opponent controls, so that's nice. And he's also a tuner. Next 1 Mataza the Zapper. This guy can attack twice during the same battle phase, for as many battle phases as there are, and he lives, of course. And while he's face up on the field, your opponent, control of the card cannot switch. So if he's face up, your opponent cannot mind control him, creature swap him, or brain control, in short. So that's a cool part. But if he's face down, then the latter 2 will work, mind control and creature swap. But other than that, attack it twice is pretty awesome with the equip spells, which is what the deck runs, by the way. 2 Armed Samurai Ben-Kei. 3 was too inconsistent in a way because you drew him, you didn't need him, and another reason why you don't want to run 3 is because he only has 500 attack, but his effect is still great enough to run 2 of them at least. And if his effect is, in addition to a normal attack, this card can attack during the same battle phase as many times as there are the number of equipped cards equipped to him. So if he has 1, he can attack twice. If he has 2, he can attack 3 times because he has a normal attack plus each, for each equipped card equipped to him. I kind of goofed up there a little bit, but yeah, for each equipped card equipped to him, he can attack that many more times. So if he has 1 more, he can, or if he has 1 equipped spell on him, he attack 1 more time at least, and add on another attack for each one you equip to him. Next, I would almost have to say this is almost the bit boss monster, but it's actually in second place to another one actually. But while this card is in attack position, this card gains 800 attack for each equipped spell card equipped to him, or equipped card equipped to it, sorry. And he gains 800 defense if he's in defense for each equipped card equipped to him. So, and he comes with 1000 attack actually, so it's not too bad. Next we have 2 naMehTnoJ. naMehTnoJ is going to be searching out your Morphtronic Videon and 2 other monsters other than himself when he's destroyed by battle, and he'll search out any light monster of 1500 attack or less into attack position. So pretty good. 2 Mystic Tomato, same thing as naMehTnoJ except for the dark counterpart, and same effect otherwise. So only 4 darks. Next 1 Mythical Beast Cerberus. I would have played Mahavilo in this place, but the only thing was that Mahavilo had 1550 attack points, not 1500, had 1550, so I could not search out naMehTnoJ, hence why it's on in here. But otherwise, this guy does the next best thing almost. Each time a spell card is activated, which means if there's multiple in the chain, let me finish here. He'll gain a spell counter for each spell card that is activated, for each time I should say. So if there's 2 in a chain, he'll gain both of them, because it says each time a spell card is activated, not each for whenever a spell card or card's activated. If it said that part, then it'll be different. So he will actually gain multiple spell counters if there's multiple in the chain. Other than that, he gains 500 attack for each spell counter on him, and if this card attacks or is attacked, he loses all his spell counters at the end of the battle phase. 1 DD Warrior Lady. Pretty much, since sometimes you may have trouble getting over certain monsters, she helps with that. Plus being able to be searched out 2 different ways helps, and just great if you have the equip spell, because then your opponent's going to be real hesitant towards attacking it with a big monster. And last 2 monsters is Chaos Sorcerer. Despite not being able to be normal summoned or set, obviously for the more experienced players, but for newer players, obviously not. He can be special summoned only by removing from play 1 light and dark from your graveyard. If you haven't noticed, I've been showing a lot of light and darks. 10 dark, or 8 other darks, if you don't count any of these, and 7 lights. So you do have some good food for him. Other than that, you can remove from play 1 face-up monster during your main phase, that's on the field, and you cannot attack the turn you use this effect. With him, I should say. Cannot attack with him the turn you use this effect. Now to the spells. 1, Reinforcement of the Army. You have 6 targets, or you have 6 total targets. Them being Marauding Captain, Mataza the Zapper, Armed Samurai, Ben-Kei, and DD Warrior Lady. 1 Allure of Darkness, 10 targets in total, so not bad. 1 Violent Matter. Select 3 equipped spell cards in your graveyard and return them to the deck, your deck, and apply one of the following effects. Draw 1 card, or destroy 1 card your opponent controls. So, helps if you have already no more left in the deck, so very nice. And it's gonna win-win almost. 2 Hidden Armory, 3 is a little too much I figured, but its effect says, send 1 card from the top of your deck to the graveyard. Add 1 equipped spell card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. You cannot normal summon or set the turn you activate this effect. So that's one reason why we're running Chaos Sorcerer and the Recruiters, because with the Recruiters at least you have a monster for next turn, and that we don't have to normal summon. And Chaos Sorcerer just because you can summon a big monster and then equip the equipped card to him. Now onto the equipped spell cards. 1 Fighting Spirit. Now this is not as bad as it looks, but still good. The equipped monster gains 300 attack for each monster your opponent controls. If it would be destroyed by battle, you can destroy this card instead. So, in short, if you want to protect your Chaos Sorcerer, this will actually protect your investment that you put onto the field. So your opponent cannot summon Stardust and attack over him anymore. They cannot summon a Monarch that, you know, at least if the effects are negated, they cannot attack over the Chaos Sorcerer. So it gets hard for your opponent to get 2 Chaos Sorcerer when they keep adding more monsters to the field. Next one, Sword of the Deep-Seated. A monster card equipped with this card gains 500 attack and defense, but that's not where it's good. Its effect is good because it says when this card is sent to the graveyard, just in general, you return it to the top. Return it on the top of your deck. So it replaces itself each time it's sent from anywhere to the grave. So it's self-replacing, and it shines with 1 particular card in the deck. Well, in what you play in the deck. 1 Axe of Despair, really good for what you gain from it, with really no drawback at all. But the monster equipped with this gains 1000 attack. Next is 2 United We Stand. The equipped monster gains 800 attack and defense for each face-up monster you control. Really good, actually, because Marauding Captain helps add more attack. That's why we're running them. 3 Mage Power. Obviously, the best one other than United We Stand in the whole deck, because the equipped monster gains 500 attack and defense for each spell trap card you control. So if just 3 of these alone on the field with 1 monster, the monster will gain 4,500 attack points. Next, for defensive cards, we have Scapegoat. Scapegoat is great because he allows you to abuse United We Stand with it, so that's a nice thing, and also works well when you use Hidden Armory the same turn, so you get 4 goats, so very nice. The 4 goats work very well with 2 enemy controller because you can tribute the goats and steal a monster. Other than that, if your opponent's turtling behind Spirit Reaper or Marshmallow, you can change it and attack for game if you have the game. So, and this actually was at 1 before Book of Moon dropped to 2, because I was playing the deck before Moon dropped. So 1 Book of Moon. 1 Monster Reborn, obviously. 2 Mystical Space Typhoon. Seriously, gotta run it. And for only traps you can really run are 3 Royal Decree. Now you can obviously run different ones, but yeah, 3 Royal Decree, because you are playing a lot of spells, so hence why we're playing this. And it just messes up your opponent when you're playing Decree. And last card, this is in the extra deck. You have to at least have 1 copy in the extra deck. Power to a Dragon, level 7, generic, which means he can be made with anything. Once per turn, let me read this to you. During your main phase, you can select 3 equipped spell cards from your deck. Have your opponent pick one of them at random and add it to your hand. Return the remaining cards to your deck. This card will be destroyed while equipped with an equipped spell card, and you can send that card to the graveyard instead. So if you have Sword of Deep-Seated on this guy and one other equipped spell card, he won't be destroyed almost by hardly any means, because you still keep getting the Sword of Deep-Seated next draw phase, and then you can use his effect to get another equipped spell card and just make him more scary. So if you get this guy out with Royal Decree, you pretty much win. And of course Sword of Deep-Seated. You pretty much just win. So, yeah, and other than that, deck is actually, other than Fighting United We Stand sort of, the deck is kind of cheap. I mean, pretty dirt cheap, so, and fun actually. I've been working on this deck for about 3 months, so it's pretty crazy and fun. So that's pretty much it, guys, and peace out.